Hello people, today we will move on to the first topic on unit number 2, the noun. As a starting point, we will define noun. A noun is a word that identifies or names a particular object, person or place. One classification of nouns in English is that of countable or uncountable nouns. The main differences between countable and uncountable nouns are the following. Countable nouns can take the indefinite article a or an, meaning one. Uncountable nouns do not take the indefinite article. Instead, they need quantifiers or containers. Number 2. Countable nouns are treated as single objects and thus they can be counted as separated items. Uncountable nouns are generally objects made up of parts or masses. They cannot be divided or counted. Number 3. Countable nouns have a singular or a plural form, and they can be used with numbers. Uncountable nouns do not have a plural form. They are often followed by a singular verb and cannot be used with numbers, unless of course they are used with a container. Countable nouns finally are generally concrete nouns, and uncountable nouns are generally abstractions. We are going to introduce some exceptions to these rules. Some nouns can be used as both countable or uncountable with changing meaning. For example, we can say we bought a new iron, and iron is going to be a countable noun. It is used so as to speak about an object. Ships made of iron were thought to sink fast. In this case, iron is uncountable and it makes reference to the material. B. Let's get a paper and see the news. When paper is used as a countable noun, it means a newspaper. And the printer ran out of paper is uncountable and it refers to, again, the material. Hamlet is one of Shakespeare's works. In the case we use work as a countable noun, it means production. I had work to do. In the case of the second sentence, work is uncountable and it refers to an activity. D. I would love a coffee. In this case, a coffee is used as a countable noun, meaning a cup of coffee. And do you drink coffee is used as uncountable and means a liquid. Finally, it's an amazing drawing. In this case, it means picture and it is countable, only one. And in the case I say I love drawing, it is uncountable and it makes reference to the general activity of painting. As you have seen in the previous examples, it is possible to use a noun in different ways. We can also make uncountable nouns countable by using quantity expressions known as quantifiers, such as a bit of, a piece of, an item of, containers such as a bag of, a carton of, a bottle of, or determiners such as some, this or that, or the. In the case of quantifiers, you must pay close attention to the use of little and a little and few and a few. Little and a little are used with uncountable nouns. Little has a negative meaning. It means almost nothing or not much. For example, I speak little French. It means I don't speak much French. A little has a positive meaning. And for example, if you say, would you like a little water, it means some water. In the case of few and a few, they are used with countable plural nouns. In the same way, few without the article means not many. It has a negative meaning. For example, he has few photos of the trip. It means not many pictures. And in the case of a few, it has a positive meaning and it means some. He has a few friends. That means that he has some friends, in fact. In the reading section of this unit, you will find a useful list of common uncountable nouns. Moving on to the next section in this unit, we are going to cover the plural formation rules. We are going to divide them in different groups. For instance, we have the regular plural rules, irregular plural rules, and finally foreign plurals. As regards regular plural formation, we can have the following cases. A. Most nouns add a final s to make the plural. B. In the nouns that end in sh, ch, s, zed, or x, we add a final es. C. Nouns ending in o may add es or a final s, as examples that you can see below. And finally, D. Words that end in consonant plus y change y for the ending ies. Concerning the rules for irregular plural formation, we are going to have more cases. The first one is voice in plural. Nouns ending in f, that is to say the f voiceless sound, are going to change their ending for ves in the plural. Also, we have the second case, which is the change of vowel in the plural, such as the case of food and feed, or man or men. Also, we can have plural ending in en, that is to say, for example, child and children, or ox and oxen. Number 4, we have nouns ending in double f that are followed by a final s. Number 5, some nouns do not have a plural form, such as the case of sheep. Number 6, some nouns ending in s are followed by a singular verb. Number 7, some nouns are always plural, and as such they are always followed by the plural form of a verb. And finally, number 8, some nouns change their meaning when they are used either in the singular or in the plural, as you can see in the examples below and the explanations also provided. And finally, we have foreign plurals. Foreign plurals are usually used in scientific contexts. The plural form depends on the ending of the word and also its origin. We can divide foreign plurals into big groups. The first group is words derived from Latin, and the second group is words derived from Greek. In the case of the words derived from Latin, if the word ends in um, we are going to make the plural with an a, as examples that you can see below. If your singular ends in is, we are going to change it for es. If your ending is an a, we are going to change in the plural for ae. And finally, if the ending is us, we are going to change it in the plural for I. In the case the word is derived from Greek, you can have two possible options. You can have a word in ix, which will change for ices, or you can have a word ending in on in the singular and change it for a word with a in the plural, as examples that you can see below. So this has been everything for today. Please read, work on the copies that I will upload, and post your questions in the forum. The next class we are going to cover some very important topics, so please revise all this theory for next Thursday.